welcome to a special edition of Baggage. I'm here with the American consumer who will be choosing between 5 lovely alternative energy sources. Introducing the American consumer.
Hey Jerry, I've experimented a lot with alternative energy sources, but I'm looking for the one.
Introducing our 5 alternative energy sources. Geothermal.
I'm huge in Iceland.
Introducing nuclear.
I'm sassy and extroverted, but sometimes people find me scary.
Solar.
I'm hot, and that's about it.
Biofuels.
Pretty high maintenance, farmers seem to like me.
And wind.
I've spent most of my life in the Midwest, but I'd like to live surrounded by water.
These all seem like great alternative energy sources, but they each have 3 baggages that contain secrets. Geothermal, please reveal your first baggage. There are very few places that I could live in the United States. How does that make you feel, American consumer?
Well, are they nice places?
They're almost entirely in the desert in California and in Nevada, but it never rains there.
Nuclear, show us your baggage. I'll do anything for uranium.
What exactly do you mean?
While uranium has to be mined, and sometimes that can cause negative environmental impacts.
Solar, show us your baggage. If you want me, you're gonna have to pay for it.
Well, I've got the largest GDP in the world, so that's not a problem.
Well, I cost an extra $15,000 to $29,000 just to get ready.
Biofuels, reveal your baggage. Well, to get anything done, I need to be really wet.
What? I require 860 liters of water to produce 1 liter of ethanol.
Wind, give us your baggage. I can pretty much only live in the Iowa and Central Illinois area.
Wow, I hate those areas in particular. Is there anything fun to do there?
There are a lot of awesome corn mazes.
American consumer, now you must pick 2 alternative energy sources that have too much baggage. Which ones will go?
Geothermal, biofuels, can't accept your baggage.
Geothermal and biofuels. See you later. We'll be right back after these messages.
This episode of Baggage is brought to you in part by Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut, because Melody didn't want to go to Domino's.
Welcome back to Baggage. We have 3 unclaimed baggages here. The first alternative energy is really unpopular with the media. American consumer, how do you feel about that?
Well, I'm in the international news a lot, so I need to maintain a good reputation.
This baggage here states that the alternative energy resource only works half the day. How do you feel about that?
I have really high energy needs, so I need someone that can support me 24 hours a day.
And this last baggage says that this source kills over 200,000 birds while working every year.
Well, I don't really care for birds too much, except the bald eagle, of course.
Wind, solar, and nuclear. Please go stand by your baggage. You now have to choose which one of these baggages is unacceptable. American consumer.
Well, I have near constant energy needs, so only working half a day, unacceptable. I'm sorry, Solar. I can't accept your baggage.
Well, I've got great potential. I'll be fine on my own.
Energies, it's time for the hot seat. Wind, what do you think about nuclear's baggage?
Well, I think the media is correct in their portrayal of nuclear. Radiation is incredibly dangerous. I know I don't want to live near a nuclear plant. There have been multiple reactor explosions in the past. We've all heard of Chernobyl and Fukushima, and it's impossible to protect yourself against those sort of accidents.
Nuclear, what do you have to say about that?
Well, nuclear reactors are actually very safe. People who live near nuclear reactors do not experience any higher levels of radiation than the average person. The Chernobyl reactor used graphite as moderator for the nuclear reactor, while in the United States we use water, where if that is somehow not available, then the reaction will stop. In Fukushima, there were no casualties. My friend France uses nuclear power for 75% of its energy with no major nuclear reactor meltdowns. The media often greatly exaggerates the danger of nuclear energy and the risks of radiation. In reality, it's very safe. For example, coal plants produce more radiation than nuclear power plant.
Well, that's a compelling argument. What do you have to say about Wind's argument?
Well, I'm just concerned about wind's need to be in one location. If wind energy is located only in the Midwest, how will the rest of the United States receive an adequate and dependable energy supply? I know it's very expensive and difficult to transport energy, whereas I can live anywhere in the United States to provide energy where it's needed and when it's needed. And it's not cool that it kills all those birds. I'm sure it's responsible for the death of many bald eagles.
Wind, what do you have to say about this?
Well, I can actually live around coastal areas. It'll just be a little more expensive. However, most people live around the coast, so that would be a way for wind energy to reach more people in the United States. There are also a lot of up-and-coming technologies that could allow for me to expand to more regions.
Alright, it's now time to reveal our final baggages. Nuclear, please reveal your last baggage. To make nuclear energy, radioactive waste is produced, which needs to be buried and has a very long half-life. Wind, please reveal your final baggage. I only work when it's windy. Nuclear, please give your final arguments as to why the American consumer should choose you for its ideal energy source.
While I'm a safe and versatile energy source, my byproducts are manageable and cause no more harm than those of current energy sources. And I'm very reliable and can constantly provide energy for the entire American society.
Wind, please give your final arguments as to why the American consumer should choose you.
Well, I'm cheap and completely renewable. We're never going to run out of wind. I also don't use up that much land because the land that I'm on can be used for other purposes, such as farming. Bottom line, I'm cheap, I'm easy, and my future is very bright.
American consumer, you now must decide who has too much baggage.
I'm sorry, Wind. Your baggage is too much for me.
Well, so, I got second, and I didn't disappoint my mom, so I think I'll be fine.
The American consumer has also had baggage this whole time. Nuclear, it's time for you to decide if the American consumer is right for you. American consumer, please reveal your baggage. I am currently married to fossil fuels and see alternative energy sources on the side.
I feel like I'll never win against fossil fuels. I'm sorry, America. I can't accept your baggage.
Well, this has been another riveting version of Baggage. Coming next week, Baggage Drought Edition. Action.
I have to wade through all this.
Well, there you go. That'll just... I'm here with the American consumer, who will be choosing...
But sometimes people find me
Scary.
Alright.
But I'm looking for the one. I said it way too loud. That was way too loud. And it was way too... I forgot my lines.
Oh. 5 lovely renewed...
Alternative.
Fine. I will do anything for your radio.
What exactly do you mean?
Wow, you ready, man? You ready, man?
Well, I cost an extra 15 to 29,000 just to get ready. I can't do a lip right.
I require 860 liters of water just to produce 1 liter of ethanol.
What?
I require 860 liters of ethanol. God damn it.
Wait, no, I laughed. I'm sorry.
And he was going to be I'm just going to be stoned down. You now have to choose which one of these baggages is unacceptable.
Well.
Aha. Well, this has been another riveting episode of Baggage. Next week, Drought and Baggage. Introducing the American consumer.
Good. End it.